Here also this is what is happening. Rusha nrisimham gadayoruvegaya. Rusha means with a lot of anger, hatred, wrath and intolerance. With a lot of resoluteness and will, he administered a club hit. Tam vikramandam sagadam gadadharo. Tam vikramandam sagadam gadadharo. Mahoragam tarkshasuto yatha agrahid. Satasya hastot kalidastadasuro vikridado yadvat ahir garudmataha. See the equalness of the combat. This is something that you should understand. It is not all safe for God. He also puts himself into a lot of trouble. In order to save Prahlada, in order to save the entire world from the atrocities of Hiranyakashipu, he wanted to manifest like a man-lion. And as a man-lion, don't think that he is walking about leisurely as in a park, an evening walk. It is not so. It's a very, very severe encounter. You should feel for the Lord. Good devotees think about it and they shed tears sometimes. Their voice is choked. Oh, our Lord is suffering so much in order to protect us, in order to sustain the world. How much of trouble he takes. And so far as you human beings are concerned, how much of trouble are you prepared to take in order to help a neighbor of yours? How many people are there? From my viewers here, let me ask you. Just see, what is it? It is not a small fight. Tam vikramantam sagadam gadadharo. Mahoragam tarkshasuto yatha agrahid. Narahari caught hold of him. With what facility and ease he is describing. Mahoragam tarkshasuto yatha agrahid. What does it mean? Tarkshasuta means Garuda. Garuda means it is not the normal eagle, the other one which has got a white mark on the neck. So that white-necked eagle, like that. The snake sometimes can be very huge, maybe 6 feet, even 10 feet. In spite of it, the eagle catches it through the legs. So just like a huge snake, Mahoragam, Takshasuto yatha, like an eagle, he caught him. Tam vikramantam sagadam gadadharo. These are all very beautiful words. Sagadam. Hiranyakashipu has a huge and powerful club with him. Vikramantam. He is not stationary. He is moving in very swift succession, here and there. In spite of his agitational movement, terrible movements, showing all the valor, he still caught hold of him with the same facility or ease as an eagle would catch hold of a cobra, a huge cobra. Nasasya satasya hastot kalidastadasuro. Then what happened? Maybe Hiranyakashipu would have thought, I am holding him firmly. But that was not the picture at all. Hiranyakashipu higgled out of it. Satasya hastot kalidastadasuro vikridado yadvad ahir garudmataha. Sometimes some snakes are there. They also are virulent and powerful. So they sometimes get away from the hold of the Garuda. Like that, he also jumped out. Tam vikramantam sagadam gadadharo mahoragam tarkshasuto yatha agrahid satasya hastot kalidastadasuro vikridado yadvad ahir garudmataha asadhvamanyantaha hridaukaso amara ghanachada bharata sarvadhishnyapah tam manyamano nijavira shangidam yadhastamukto nriharim mahasuraha punastama sajjada khadgajarmani pragrihya vegena jidashramo mridhe asadhvamanyanta hathaukaso amaraha. Amaraha means the denizens of heavens, devas. Asadhvamanyanta hridaukaso. All the heavens, heaven dwellers, that is the devas, they had already been displaced. Hiranyakashipu's atrocities were so much that he dislodged everybody and kept everything under his control. So they were practically deserted and they were wanting to know what is going to happen, what is going to happen. So with a lot of anxiety, expectation, hope and probable relief, sense of relief, they were looking for the encounter. And then what happened? from the hold of Narahari, Hiranyakashipu simply escaped. So they said, Asadhvamanyanta. Oh, this is very, very improper. He should have been subdued right at that encounter. So, asadhu amanyanta hridaugaso amaraha ghanachada bharata sarvadhishnyapah. All people who had their sky seats in the different places of the sky, the space, all of them, ghanachada, they were seeing it but covered by clouds. Tam manyamano nijavira shankidam yad hastamukto nriharim mahasuraha. Tam manyamano nijavira shankidam yad hastamukto nriharim mahasuraha. Even Devas felt that it was improper. From the fast hold of Lord Hari, how could Hiranyakashipu escape? So when he escaped, they themselves felt shaken. Now, Hiranyakashipu on his own part, he felt, I was able to escape from his hold. So he felt reassured in himself. Not only that, tam manyamano nijavira shangidam I think this Narahari has come to understand that he has no superiority over me. He will not be able to subdue me. He has started doubting his own strength, superior strength. Tam manyamano nijavira shangidam yad hastamukto nriharim mahasuraha. Why? I have been able to escape from him, from his hands. Punastama asajjada khadga charmani pragrihya. So first he gave a blow with his club. Now with redoubled confidence regained, seeing that Narahari is weaker, he is no match for me. He took khadga charmani, he took the sword and the shield. Punastama asajjada. And he pounced upon him again. Vegena jidashramo mridhe. As if he has no fatigue, no exhaustion. Nothing has happened. So with a lot of ease, confidence and cheerfulness, expectation, hope, he just took his sword as well as the shield and approached him and fell upon him. This is a very beautiful statement. Ghanachada bharata sarvadhishnyapah tam manyamano nijavira shangidam yadhastamukto nriharim mahasura punastama sajjada khadga charmani pragrihya vegena jidashramo mridhe. Jidashramo mridhe means as if whatever has taken place so far, it has not caused any fatigue, exhaustion or nervousness in him. Tam shena vegam shatachandra vartmabhihi charandam achidram uparyadho harihi krutva attahasam karam utsvanolbanam nimilitaksham jagrihe mahajavaha. Tam shena vegam Shadachandra Vatmabhihi Charandam Achidram Uparyadho Harihi. I don't know whether you appreciate these descriptions. Tam Shena Vegam. Hiranyakashipu was not an ordinary fighter. He was very powerful. He had a great control over his muscles, movement and whatnot. I don't know whether you have seen different kinds of birds, particularly the falcon flying in the sky. They can take any kind of a direction. They will turn this way, that way, dip, come up, go, rise, lower, down. Anything they can do. Tam shena vegam. Hiranyakashipu was so swift and so supple in his movements. Shatachandra vatmabhihi. This is a very special word. It has occupied me for a number of hours. Shatachandra vatmabhihi charandam achidram uparyadho harihi. He approached him with the sword and the shield. What is this sword? The sword is very, very brilliant, glittering. It is scintillating. And the shield also is there. So when he goes with the sword will not keep quiet. He will go on querying it like this. So when he does so, he found that so much of reflections are there. Shata Chandra Vartmabhihi Charandam Achidram Uparyadho Harihi. Charandam Achidram Uparyadaha. No, Hiranyakashipu, in his strategic movements, he was going up and down, then laterally left and right. Then he will dip, then rise, come this way, that way. When so many places he was coming through, it appeared that just like 100 moons are there in the sky, which is the first moon? What is the direction? Which is the east? Which is the north? Nothing can be thought about. So, where from is the real Hiranyakashipu coming? One glitter here. Suddenly in the next moment another glitter there, another there, another there. With various different kinds of movements. Shatachandra Vartmabhihi. Vartma means path or route. Shatachandra means 100 moons. So he appeared to be like 100 moons coming from different directions. So that we don't know what to plan. Which is the real Hiranyakashipu whom Narahari will have to encounter. He saw a brilliance here. Suddenly another brilliance there. So whom will he attack? So he was practically confusing. Tam Shena Vegam. And with a falcon speed he was moving. Charandam Achidram. Achidram means unbrokenly. There was no pause, nothing like that. Krutva Tahasam Kharam. Usvanolbanam Nimilitaksham Jagrihe Mahajavaha. What did Narahari do? He roared. Krutva Tahasam Kharam Utsvanolbanam. It was a deafening roar, blinding, so to say, deafening to the ears. Such a roar he produced, and Nimilita Aksham Jagrihe Mahajavaha. When he heard that roar and Narahari approaching, he was practically Nimilita Aksham. He had to close his eyes. He was so frightened. Jagrihe Mahajavaha. Narahari caught hold of him with a great facility, with no trouble at all, with a mystifying speed. The speed with which he caught hold of him, it was very mystifying, even stupefying, I should say. Tam Shena Vegam Shatachandra Vartmabhihi Charandama Chidram Uparyadho Harihi Krutva Tahasam Kharam Utsvanolbanam Nimilitaksham Jagrihe Mahajavaha. Vishwakspurandam Grahanaduram Harihi Vyalo Yathakhum Kulishakshatattvajam Dwaryura Apatya Dadara Leelaya Nakhair Yathahim Garudo Mahavisham. How long can this fight continue? It cannot continue for long. It is a duel. All the senas have already run away. There is nobody there. If at all they are in the hiding. Now the king himself, the leader himself is fighting. So it is a one-to-one fight. It cannot continue for long. There is no necessity also. Then Vishwakspurandam Grahanaduram Harihi. Hiranyakashipu was struggling in despair and disgust. At the same time, he was so angry and relentless. So he wanted to escape from the hold of Narahari. Vishwakspurandam Grahanaduram Harihi Vyalo Yathakhum Kulishakshatattvajam. Vyalo Yathakhum. Just like a snake or a cobra will catch hold of a rat. The cobra or the snake is very long and the rat is much smaller or shorter. So it's a very easy process for the snake to catch hold of a rat. In the same manner, otherwise they were quite in contrast. Vyalo Yathakhum Kulishakshatattvajam. Kulishakshatattvajam means what? See, Hiranyakashipu had a very powerful body, stout body. It cannot be pierced or touched by even a thunderbolt. He had the blessing of Brahma. Then also it was described, when Brahma sprinkled his water from the Kamandalu, he emerged from the anthill and he had a golden body, all fully up and very, very vibrant. Now that kind of a body he had. Kulishakshatattvajam. Dwaryura Apatya Dadara Leelaya. So he caught hold of him finally. And what did he do? Dwaryura. He went to the threshold and put him on his lap, pressed him on his thigh, to the thigh. Apatya, made him lie there. Dadara Leelaya. Sportfully, Dadara. He scratched, he split, he cut, he pierced, he drew, he extracted. Everything he did. And in that process, it was done in such an easy manner. Nakaihi yathahim garudo mahavisham. Just like Garuda will catch hold of a huge, powerful, poisonous serpent. In the same manner, Narahari caught hold of him using his sharp nails and pressed him to the thigh. He was standing on the threshold. Why this particular process? You should remember that Hiranyakashipu had obtained a variety of boons. All those boons clearly mention that he should not be killed by a human being, an asura or a deva, a beast, or anything in the creation at all. In the whole creation of Brahma, Narahari is not included. That was a new creation by itself. So it is not included in Brahma's creation. I should not be killed by any one of your creation, he had mentioned. So it was a new creation. He said, I should not be killed inside or outside, during the day or during the night. So circumventing all these things, Brahma's boons, without interfering with any one of them, without giving any cause to say Brahma's boons were ineffective or fruitless. He upheld all of them, but circumvent and then brought about a process which could not be questioned. Dvaryura apatya dadara leelaya nakhair garudo mahavisham. A very, very powerful serpent. For Garuda, it is a matter of ease and facility. Samrambha dushprechya karalalojano vyatananantam vilihan swajihvaya asarglavat tarunakesaranano yathantramali dvipahatyaya harihi. Hiranyakashipu is slain now. Samrambha dushprechya karalalojano. After all, when you enter into a physical encounter with an enemy, it calls for extreme anger, hatred. With the normal force, you will not be able to do anything. It requires a heavy breath, a faster movement of everything, blood circulation, heat, everything has to be more. So, samrambha dushprechya karala lojano. By virtue of the anger he had courted, dushprechya, nobody was able to look at Narahari now. Because of the formidable, unprecedented encounter he did, he was very, very dreadful to look at. Nobody could look at him. It was burning, scorching, blood red eyes, everything. Vyatananamtam vilihan swajihvaya. In that process, he must have bitten here, there, a lot of blood is there. So with extended tongue, he was licking this way and that way. Vyatananam, and the mouth itself was very wide. Vilihan swajihvaya asraglavat tarunakesaranano. What did he do? He tore the stomach, split. He cut, he dragged, he extracted, did many things and took away the blood red intestines and then put them as a garland on his neck. Asraglavat tarunakesaranano yathantramali dvipahatyaya harihi. Exactly this is what will take place when a lion kills a huge elephant. The lion is very small, the elephant is too big. And in the encounter, they attack physically. So there will be a lot of blood coming out and the whole body will be besmeared with blood. So this is what happened. Yathantramali dvipahatyaya harihi. Just imagine the great Lord Mahavishnu Hari having to take a form like Narahari, and as a lion would attack, he had to attack in a human manner Hiranyakashipu. And in the whole process, he had to lick the blood of Hiranyakashipu in his own mouth using his tongue. Just imagine. This is what happens. Any one of you has any consideration for this act? Just imagine, for the sake of sustaining, protecting and ensuring the safety of the people and the devotees, what all God has to do. Let us learn a lot from this. Perhaps the fierceness strikes you. The sounder and the more sublime principles and values generally are missed by the people. I think you have to stop for a while. Understand all these things. Sambrambha dushprechya karalalojano vyatananamtam vilihan swajihvaya asruglavat tarunakesaranano yathamdramali dvibahatyaya harihi nakhangurot padidahritsaroruham visarjatasyannucharanudayudhan ahan samantan nakhashastraparshnibihi dordandayuthonupathan sahasrashaha. Now, Hiranyakashipu is slain. Normally, in any kingdom, in any empire, when the emperor is made to fall, don't think that all people will run away. So, a number of army, his lieutenants and the others were surrounding. So, Nakhangurot padidahritsaroruham. Nakhangurot padidahritsaroruham. It's a wonderful statement. See, you know who is Hiranyakashipu and what he was doing. Now, Sreemad Bhagavatam, Vedavyasa, the author, he puts Hritsaroruham. It means the lotus of the heart lotus. When Hiranyakashipu was caught hold of by Mahavishnu, Lord Hari, by that very touch, however cruel and in a fit of anger or encounter it may be, Hiranyakashipu had got liberated actually. So he says, Nakhangurot padidahritsaroruham. He had ripped open the chest of Hiranyakashipu. So that Hritsaroruha, which was split open by the nails, sharp nails of Narahari, he left it. Visrajyatasyanucharan udayudhan. After leaving it, Visrajya, tasya anucharan udayudhan. He now started facing a number of his followers in thousands and thousands. Faced them directly. Ahan samantan nakashastra parshnibihi. And what is the weapon he had? They had a variety of weapons. All of them have. Narahari has only his multiple hands and the sharp nails he has. So, samantad nakashastra parshnibihi. So he attacked all of them with the nails, sharp nails, sturdy nails that he had. Parshnibihi, he tore everybody, and finally he crushed everyone, as many as possible, using his heels. Parshnibihi dordandayutho anupathan sahasrashaha. All his hands were like stout sticks. Anupathan sahasrashaha. The followers and the assistants of Hiranyakashipu, all of them were slain thereafter. Nakhangurot padidahritsaroruham visrajyatasyanucharanudayudhan ahan samantan nakashastra-parshnibihi dordandayuthonupathan sahasrashaha tadassabhayam upavishtamuttame nripasane sambrtatejasam vibhum alakshidat vairathamatyamarsanam prachandavaktram nabhabhaja. The whole encounter is over now. The scene is different. The ferocity is gone. Everything subsides now. Tadassabhayam upavishtamuttame nripasane sambrtatejasam vibhum. Now, Narahari is no more a Narahari. Because the purpose for which he took that particular form, that has been accomplished. Hiranyakashipu lies dead. All the followers are equally lifeless. So the whole palace has become different now. There is no enemy at all. If at all, he has an adorable form now. Tataha sabhayam upavishtamuttame nripasane sambrtatejasam vibhum. After having accomplished the rather impossible task of slaying Hiranyakashipu, sabhayam uttame asane upavishtam. In the sabha, in the assembly hall, the uttama asana, the emperor's seat, upavishtam, he went and took his seat.